Well, it's easy to believe that, isn't it? It's easy to mark a box to explain something which you can't explain or understand and say, I must be ill. But actually, as we have seen in a previous interview, we don't really know what illness is. And all you're really saying is that you don't know why you're feeling as you're feeling. And I think there's four very good reasons why, even if you've been suffering for depression for many years, half a lifetime or even more, why you can be open to the idea that it is not an illness and the medical profession is not the place to go. The first reason, of course, is that if you are depressed, it means, by definition, that your mind can't think straight and you're all over the place, that any opinion you hold is not really very worthwhile or very valuable. Now, that's a hard thing to say. If you think about it and if you quieten your mind a little bit, then you can see the sense of that. The second reason is that almost certainly for somebody who has endured depression for many years, there will be some trauma there. There will be an event and an experience that they've had that they just cannot get rid of. And that can have happened 30 years ago or 50 years ago. And the fact that you are living with that trauma means that you are staying depressed, and it's the trauma that needs to be cleared. The third reason is that unfortunately you haven't had an experience of how it is to recover. You have not found the key. And if you have found that key and you begin to see how you can recover and you begin to own it, then your depression will lift. And finally, of course, if you understand what I'm saying here, and if you understand what the human Givens approach is into dealing with depression, then you're beginning to know something that your medical advisors have never known. Let me give you a couple of examples. And these are absolutely genuine. Just a couple of months ago, I saw a woman who was aged 73, and she had had a trauma that she experienced as a 6-year-old girl 67 years ago, that was still vivid and was still active. It involved when she went off to boarding school. And so we de-traumatized that. And now she's clear of depression. Another woman who has been to see me on and off for a number of years, she's now in her late 50s, and she has been depressed since her early 20s. And as we worked on her depression, we began to understand what was going on. What emerged was, for these 30 years, she has just not been able to live a life that worked for her. For reasons which I won't go into, she just could not find the partner that she needed. And secondly, she realized very late on, having discussed it with me, that she absolutely hated the job she was doing. So she was living a life that just was not working for her under any level. She was taking antidepressants and they were taking the edge of things, but she had been depressed for 30 years. Now she's not. Now she has doing things differently. She's left her job, she's doing something else, she's training as a paralegal, and she's getting relationships in a different way that are beginning to work for her. So there is hope. If you know what you're doing and you need to do something different, and you can understand the principles by which I'm at work and which I'm explaining here, then you can recover, even if you've been depressed for many, many years.